guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a plan with me. I am inspired by the wonderful Amanda Rach Lee's spread from last month that is sort of a 1950s diner vibe that we've got going on. I'm just going to jump right into my cover page here. So if you are new to my channel and weren't around for my previous plan with me videos, basically I'm just going to do a little intro, talk about a few things, and then speed up the process so that you can watch some fun time-lapse videos of me drawing and just making my journal spreads for the month. So I do bullet journaling, which is what this video is, and if you're not familiar with bullet journaling, basically it's a method of journaling where it's designed around productivity, so it's basically like a all-encompassing planner system that you make yourself. There are a million different ways to bullet journal, but I tend to do very similar types of spreads every month that do the same things. Basically, I will have a cover page that usually includes the month in some sort of way and a quote that goes with my theme, and then I will have a calendar page, which you will see later on, that I can write all the dates and important things going on. It just serves as like the calendar page in your everyday planner. Then I have a sleep tracker where I track how many hours of sleep I'm getting just so I can monitor that and see how it affects my mood, how it affects my day, whatever, and just see, you know, sleep's important, so I track it. I also have a mood tracker where I track my overall vibe of the day using a specific color or a pattern. Again, you will see both of these later on in the spread, and it just makes it so that I can look back and be like, oh, you know, that's what I was feeling that day, or this month I was feeling majority, you know, pretty good, or pretty bad, or whatever. Here's me testing out colors. I'm not even gonna talk about that. Then I also do a gratefulness log that isn't shown here because basically all I do is take a 2-page spread and just write every day of the month out in like kind of a big format with my markers, and then at the end of every day when I'm going through my journal, I will just go through and over the top of the markered in numbers, I will just write 5 things that I'm grateful for. I've been doing this since I started bullet journaling, and I genuinely feel like it's probably the best thing that has come from my bullet journaling time, because it just really makes you stop and think about what you're grateful for and what in your life is good. It's really easy to get caught up thinking about the negative parts of life, but this really gets you thinking about the good things. It can be things that are really big, like big events or specifically exciting things that happen that day, or it can just be things like food or your pets or like a specific YouTuber whose video made you really happy or something like that. The majority of the things that I write down are like my cat and coffee and just things like that, because not every day is amazing, but every day has something that you can be grateful for. Anyways, back to the present spread that I'm working on. As I mentioned before, this whole month's theme is inspired by Amanda Rach Lee, who is my journaling icon. Please go check her out if you haven't ever heard of her and you're interested in journaling at all. She is so amazing. I also met her, so that's really fun. If you want to see that post, shameless self-promo, go check out my Instagram at peachesandl with a period in between each word. It will be linked in the description and on the end card. But she made this theme, and it's just the 1950s diner type vibe with some light pinks and turquoises. I guess like seafoam green would be the color to describe that, and just some checkerboard paper used just as a little bit of an accent because the checkerboard pattern kind of brings to mind that 50s diner aesthetic. But I am pretty much just copying all of her spreads, so please don't give me credit for any of these ideas. Please go check out her Instagram and her video, because this was all her idea, and I just looked at pictures of her spreads, as you can see on my phone there, and pretty much just copied them to the best of my ability. The only thing that I changed was the way that I did my, like, daily spread, which is the part of the journal that works like an actual planner, where I basically just have a spot for each day, and at the beginning or the end of each day I just go through and I write like my to-do list basically, and then throughout the day I just cross things off of my to-do list, and it just functions like that. Like I mentioned before, there's a lot of other fancier ways that you can bullet journal, but I really just like to keep it as simple as I possibly can. I just pick a monthly theme and do the spreads that I laid out earlier. I usually don't add anything else. Sometimes I'll do an additional spread if I'm like going on a trip or something and I'm like gonna make an itinerary, or some sort of like specific event requires a spread, or like planning or something like that. But for the most part, this is what I do. I am I'm trying out switching the camera angles a few times during this video. In my previous bullet journaling videos, I have not done that, but this time I thought I would do it just to spice up this video a little bit more. Honestly, I'm not sure if I like it that much just because some of the angles from the side get a little bit awkward and weird, so please let me know if you have an opinion on that in the comments, because I'm planning to do more of these because I really like filming videos like this and having them documented on my channel, but I just want to make sure that you guys are able to enjoy it to the fullest of your ability. Speaking of this channel, since this is still my, comeback run, I guess you could say, because I just started using this channel again, I am, still figuring out my vibe, figuring out my style, but I'm definitely going to do more journaling type videos. If you are interested in seeing journaling videos that aren't just my bullet journal, since I do have a K-pop journal, like an art journal, I would totally be down to do a video on me making one of those spreads. Also, if you're interested in checking out that Instagram, it is at PeachyKeenJournals. It's linked in the bio of my main Instagram. In other news about my channel, I am planning on posting a more vloggy style video next week, and then after that probably more of a sit down and chat type of video. I definitely feel like ever since I've restarted, my videos have kind of been all over the place, and if I'm being honest, that's probably how it's going to continue. My interests are kind of all over the place and are mostly just loosely based around artistic endeavors, and I feel like trying to limit my channel too much to a specific type of video is going to result in the same kind of burnout that has hit me in the past, which is why this is like my third time coming back to this channel. So I'm just gonna play it by ear, and see where it goes, and I hope that you guys are excited to be along for the ride. As I mentioned before, this is my calendar page that I'm filling out right now. You can see the calendar in sort of like an old sign / vintage TV type of border, and I'll just write down any dates that are important this month, which, okay, there's literally no dates that are important this month because, the virus really got me doing nothing, except like going to the store sometimes. Really, really exciting stuff. But that's pretty much all I have to say today. One final note is I make some like strange mistakes later on in this video, and I end up fixing it later off camera, but just be nice and don't point it out to me because I know I am no perfect human. On that note, I will leave you to watch me work on my mood tracker, my sleep tracker, and my weekly spreads in peace. Enjoy the video, guys. last few minutes of the video, and voiceover Ella is back again. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Here is a flip through of all the spreads I've made, starting with the cover, moving to my calendar page, then my mood tracker and sleep tracker, and finally my first weekly spread of the month. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!
It's not about personality matrices and charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.